It is noon in Kyiv. You're watching Our Time. Natalia Sopik is in the studio. I will tell you the main news of the hour right now. The Ukrainian Defense Forces have struck Russian oil refineries in Bashkortostan and the Yaroslavl region. This was announced by the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelenskyy. According to him, the aggressors' facilities were attacked at a distance of more than 1,300 kilometers from the front line.
Our retaliatory strikes against Russian aggression in the Black Sea were also successful. In particular, 2 military patrol boats and vessels of the Shadow Fleet were hit. I thank all the soldiers of the Defense Forces of Ukraine who are systematically developing our long-range capabilities and thereby strengthening the chances for a diplomatic settlement. Russia must choose peace. Volodymyr Zelenskyy, President of Ukraine, on Telegram.
Russian forces attacked a railway station in Lozova, Kharkiv region, with a drone. According to the head of the Kharkiv Regional Military Administration, 2 people are known to have died and 8 have been injured. Several of them are in critical conditions. Medics are providing the necessary assistance to the wounded. According to Ukrzaliznya, the station buildings, overhead lines, and rolling stock were damaged. All emergency services are working at the scene. Train traffic to and from Lozova station has been temporarily suspended. Early in the morning, the Russian army struck a high-rise building in Zaporizhia. 2 people are known to be injured, reported the head of the Regional Military Administration, Ivan Fedorov. In total, over the past day in the region, 1 person died and 4 were injured. According to Fedorov, the Russians launched more than 1,000 strikes on 66 settlements in the region. For the attack, Russian troops used aerial bombs, artillery, drones, and MLRS.
The roof has been pierced, the technical floor has been pierced, and the apartment ceiling has been pierced. An assessment is currently underway. 2 apartments are heavily damaged. We are determining how this needs to be restored. There will surely be a difficult and complex restoration here.
At night, Russian troops launched 8 aerial bomb strikes on civilian infrastructure in the northern and central parts of Sumy. Some of the shells fell near multi-story residential buildings. Hundreds of windows were blown out by the blast wave. Employees of the State Emergency Service of Ukraine surveyed the area and dismantled hazardous structures. A shopping center, stores, private houses, and passenger cars were also damaged. According to the head of the Sumy City Military Administration, more than 10 people were injured. The cleanup of the aftermath is ongoing. The Russian army attacked a food industry enterprise in Novgorod-Seversky, Chernihiv region, with a Gerberas strike drone. A 32-year-old woman sought medical assistance. As a result of a subsequent Russian attack with a Molnia drone, private houses were damaged. Russian troops have once again attacked a civilian vessel in the Black Sea. As a result of a missile strike on a dry cargo ship flying the flag of Guinea-Bissau carrying Ukrainian wheat, the hull was damaged and a fire broke out. It is already known that 1 crew member, a citizen of Ukraine, has died. 3 others were injured. The dry cargo ship has been moored to the pier. The crew was evacuated to the shore. North Korea and Russia continue to deepen their military cooperation. This was stated on the Air of Freedom by the founder of the Close the Sky of Ukraine charitable foundation, Ihor Romanenko. According to him, Russian and North Korean engineers have been working together to improve the accuracy of potassium nitride 23 and potassium nitride 24 ballistic missiles, which are already being used against Ukraine. In addition, the expert asserts that this may involve not only the supply of weapons, but also the transfer of launch systems, as well as the involvement of specialists for their maintenance. Romanenko emphasized that cooperation between Moscow and Pyongyang continues to expand, while Western countries are not yet ready for more active military participation in supporting Ukraine.
It should be kept in mind here that the military from North Korea, Iran, and China during these kinds of internships, or in general, like the North Koreans, through the open deployment of their troops, are improving their skills and training instructor personnel who then, go back home to train others and scale up everything related to modern warfare. And since the armed forces in European states are not prepared for modern warfare, I think it is necessary to implement such a practice, acting more decisively together with the Ukrainian defense forces.
European countries are not ready to transfer all their stockpiles of missiles for Patriot systems to Ukraine. This was stated on our air by political analyst and chairman of the Center for Analysis and Strategies, Ihor Chelenko. Every state must maintain a minimum level of armaments for its own security. Furthermore, European countries are taking into account not only the threat from Russia, but also potential risks in the Middle East. According to him, the problem lies not only in the shortage of missiles, but also in the political decisions of individual states.
We need more participation from our partners, both in terms of providing the necessary air defense assets, specifically missiles for Patriot systems, and in helping to neutralize targets on the territory of the Russian Federation. As one of the options, there are several options. The first is that it is necessary to ensure the operation of Starlinks in the border territories of the Russian Federation itself, and also to enable a more comprehensive and full use of, for example, those same RAM missiles that Ukraine ordered from the United States, 3,350 of them, without the restrictions that are currently in place.
NATO fighter jets have sharply increased the number of intercepts of Russian aircraft. This is reported by the alliance's Joint Forces Command in Central and Eastern Europe. The number of sorties has increased by more than 250% compared to July of last year. This indicates a sharp increase in activity near NATO's air borders.
Russian military aircraft have repeatedly flown near NATO airspace without a flight plan and transponder signal, forcing our fighter jets to scramble, intercept, and identify them. Each sortie confirms that we are on alert. Each intercept proves that the alliance's airspace is protected. From a NATO post on the social network X.
Due to intensified Russian attacks using ballistic missiles and long-range drones, more civilians were killed in Ukraine in July than at any time since April 2022. This was reported by the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. During just one of the recent massive strikes on Kiev and the surrounding region, at least 17 people were killed. In the first half of this year, the UN monitoring mission confirmed the deaths of 1,396 Ukrainian civilians and injuries to nearly 8,000 people. This is 37% more than during the same period in 2025.
Subscribe to UATV English and stay updated on the most important events, top news from Ukraine and all over the world, in-depth analysis, exclusive reports and interviews, all on hand in our channel. Join our community of viewers and stay tuned.